Okay, this most of this video is just gonna be blacked out, so you can just listen like a podcast, except for the beginning part. And basically, this is about Adam and Eve. Remember, I showed you guys, quite. It's all going back a year or two, but the seven continents are actually the bodies of Adam and Eve. You know, South America is Adam's skull, and all, Central America and stuff, that's like his jaw, and the Caribbean, the islands, that's Jamaica, that's his jawbone, his teeth. And down, the Mississippi River is Adam's esophagus, it's his throat. Mississippi, because his jaw is broken. I showed you guys all this stuff, and, I showed you where Eden was in the North Pole and what Mount Meruhu really is. And the four rivers that were entering Mount Meruhu are actually, the urinary and the colon of Adam and Eve. Those are the four rivers. You have two exits, right? Pee and poop exit, right? Well, those are the four rivers. Euphrates is Eve's colon, and that's why in the Bible it's drying up in the sixth seal. And I've shown all this stuff, for quite a while now. And I showed you, the Nile River is Eve's, urinary tract, and that's the pyramids are on her urethra. Giza and Gaza were connected before the earth was pulled apart, through cataclysms, through time, and maybe end times. I'm not saying reset, because I don't believe the truth or reset narrative, but this is end times, and things are gonna move, okay? And they're starting to move already. The two giants, Adam and Eve, that make up Earth, are upset because they're getting we're being upset, and we're connected to them, the real humans, the natural born humans that are, part of Earth, the children, the Son of Man, the 144. I've talked a lot about this, but just keep an open mind. And if you're, a part of this, one of these two people I'm talking about, don't get upset, Your identity will never be revealed. This is for you to grow from and get out of the matrix. This is a help. I'm helping you. I'm not hurting you. So just keep an open mind and listen to what I have to say closely, because both of you are potential exit. You're potentially exiting the matrix. Long as you can let go of your truth narrative, you can exit the matrix. But it's going to take a lot of work to get out of all the programming. It's like all of us are in this situation. All of us, we've all been deceived by the beast system. The Bible even says that. And the truthers like to believe they're not deceived by the beast, but they are. If you weren't deceived by the beast, it would have said, in the Bible, it would say, everyone's going to be deceived by the beast except for these few people. That's what it says. And it doesn't say that. It says everyone is deceived by the beast. So please just keep an open mind and be willing to realize when you've been deceived, and that you too have been deceived. I have a lot, and I'm so grateful I can admit that now. I don't have to be a big shot truther. Oh, no, not me. I know about the Freemasons, and I know this, and I know that. I don't have to act like that anymore. And I can say, look, I got played big time. I see that I was played. I see that I was deceived. And that's the way out of the matrix. You're in ego. You're in sin when you think you haven't been deceived. You're being a know-it-all, big shot truther. Just look at Archaics. It'll make you sick how he thinks he knows everything. And then you don't want to be like Archaics or Richie. You don't want to be like these fake truthers who think they know what the hell's going on, and they have no clue. No clue. So that's when you'll exit the matrix. So just keep an open mind, and this is the real Bible. This is the real Adam and Eve. These continents. This is Adam and Eve. It's and the real beast system I've revealed. So if you really, this is end time truth. The Bible is accurate to the T, but it's not the way the truthers or the churches or the scholars told you. It's the way I'm telling you. And the Bible tells you it's not going to be what you think. It's going to be a different, sealed, unknown end time truth. That the real meaning is going to be different than what most people think. So, get ready for something to be complete. Get ready to humble yourself and say, look, I got duped. No, it's not what I thought I was knowing the Bible. I thought I was knowing the truth or this and that, and I got duped. And if you can do that, you're going to be one of the people that gets out of this. But if you can't do that, if you have too much big shotism and too much ego and pride to say you got duped, you're not leaving. You're going to have to repeat the course or go to hell or I don't know what, but you're not getting out of this. That's the way I see it. That's what I've been shown. So let's keep an open mind and listen close, all right? And don't look for places where you can be right. Look for places where you can be wrong, where you can see your folly, you can see your mistakes. Don't let go of being right. Learn how to be wrong. Finally. It's been 3 months. There he is, right in the clouds. 3 months. Dealing with the fake truther. Agent sent fake truther, and all the helicopters stopped. Never seen anything like that. Yeah. Finally, wow. So weird, man. So weird. So this person was sent to me, and she's weaponized, and she was sent to me to, as a weapon. She's a version of Eve, and truther, no jabs. She's like a lot younger than me, and I don't have any kind of, idea to get in a relationship with someone, especially off of my channel. Like, that's the last place I would think of hooking up with somebody. That's the internet. I'm not going to get involved in somebody from the internet, And furthermore, after having all these visions, I haven't had any kind of relationships in 15 years since these visions started. They're so heavy. It's just a spiritual test. Like, there's no time for relationship when you're going through what I've gone through here. He says, you see relationship is not, it's not on the menu, You're busy dealing with something so heavy, so heavy. What I've seen in these visions, it's just, there's no, once you see this, you're not going into some, fantasy world, some, picket fence and a house and, love, and no, this is serious, what I've seen. So anyway, this person was sent to me, very good looking, very cute, and she's trying to, just sent to me, started as a truther fan of my channel, and I saw right away, don't get involved with this person. So she emailed me, I blew her off, and I didn't answer. And so what she did is she came back with a new email and a new identity, and she tricked me. And I didn't realize it was her, and I started talking to her. And then the next thing you know, shortly after, she wastes a lot of my time. And just next thing you know, she's sending me pictures, naked pictures of her. And she's talking like we're going to, we're getting married. Like, what, she lives in Canada. Like, what the hell? Like, whoever even thought of a relationship? And what do you mean? Like, how would I, And this is the second time this has happened to me from my channel. And so I'm like, what the, and I tried to tell her, look, I'm not in a position. My life is so chaotic. I could never have a relationship with someone. And even if I could, I'm old and I'm broke. Like, you're not going to want to be with me, and, and even then, even if you did, I wouldn't be able to, because of all of the things I've seen spiritually and what I've got, this responsibility, these visions. Like, this is serious. Like, people don't believe it, is what it really comes down to. No one believes in that I have these visions. They don't understand them. They don't understand how heavy this is. So, I mean, I saw the real meaning of Revelation 13. I'm the only person on earth that's seen it, that's revealing it. And maybe an avatar of John the Apostle. It's quite possible. So you think I'm supposed to just go and be a regular old average Joe truther and get in a relationship and just blow my channel off? No. That's what it is. So I've seen so much stuff I couldn't even begin to describe it on the videos, and I don't, because it sounds just too crazy. All I can tell you is the truth. If you're in the truth narrative, you're so far from the real truth. I know that's gonna hurt. I know you're not gonna want to hear it, but this is the reality. You are so far from the real truth. And, but there's so much mind control involved. I can't tell you that without you getting really upset and really hurt, So it's a thing. But anyway, this person just was, we're all, like I told you about the PI, the device inside of us, and there's other devices too I don't even know about, and other methods. And this is, the whole world is a software program built on your relationships. Let me just say, both of these people I'm talking about in this video are really good people. They are real humans. They stand a chance at leaving the matrix. They are meaning well. They are trying to help. They were not malicious. They weren't agents. It's just, they were just, the beast system uses us against each other. And I should also note, I am being weaponized against them to hurt them. So it's a two-way street with both of these people. There's a software program, an ancient software program that makes Adam fight Eve and Eve fight Adam, and Adam and Eve to fight their children and their children to fight them. The reason being, if they were all united together as a family, they would fight the beast system and they would defeat it. And that's the real reason that we're being pit against each other. So it's not all this woman's fault or the other woman's fault. It's not Adam's fault and Eve's fault. It's the children too. The children are little brats. I antagonize them. In fact, I hope I don't antagonize her in this video, either of them, with this video, because I have a part in this too, and so I'm shown where they're wrong, and they're shown where I'm wrong, and then we fight, and then the beast wins. Because if we were using our weapons against the beast, we would outpower it. And it's been shrinking us down and dumbing us down and making us fight with each other for ages to harvest our souls, and we're supposed to be united against it. We're not supposed to be fighting, So this is the reality. This is the reality that we're in. We're in an algorithm that is weaponizing us against our allies, and not and so, we've been used. We've been played. It's like a gang that moves into the neighborhood and takes it over and weaponizes the kids against each other, and against their parents, like, and ruins the neighborhood. Like, it's like something like that. This beast moved into Adam and Eve's realm and destroyed them and their kids, and used them to destroy each other, and their children to destroy them, and vice versa. That's what happened. And it's a supercomputer. It's an ancient supercomputer that's made a software program to do this. And the software program is really good at it. And it's genetically splicing us and shrinking us down and harvesting us. It's a supercomputer that needs souls to live. It's eating souls. That's its food. See what I mean? So don't believe there's no AI in their tech industry or biotech or governments. Don't believe in that. It's a voracious supercomputer that's been harvesting and eating us for eons. So, all right, let's get back to the video. Your family and the replicants of your family sent to you. And all of these famous people are replicants of your family too. But they're transhuman replicants. So there's three types of people. And then actually there's a fourth type, which is a straight robot. So there's it's really complicated. There's Canaanites, there's Canaanite robots, there's humans, there's humanoid robots. It's like really complicated. And the replicants, the 54 cards in the deck, the 54 states and territories. It's like, this is so complicated, people. And, but anyway, so, this poor person she didn't come to hurt me. She just came because loves me, because she's a replicant of my family. So she sees me as like her family member, and as her son. And she doesn't understand that, and but that's why she likes me. That's why she likes my content. And so after that, I explained that to her. And she's watched all of my videos more than once, and so anyway, this person didn't mean to harm me. This person didn't mean to. She didn't knowingly consent, Neither did the other person. The other person was here in the city, was here in San Francisco, and she was a replicant of my father. But neither of them were bad people or meant to hurt me, or they actually wanted to help me, in their minds. But subconsciously, they're being controlled and sent as a weaponized person against me. And that's what my videos are. I want to make videos about is we control the weather. We control the sports. We're being weaponized against each other through a software program, against our own family, our brother, our sister, our father. We're being weaponized. And this is what controls the weather. The only thing we don't control is the fires. The fires come down from, he maketh the fire come down from, as it appears from the heaven. So that's like your do weapons, right? That's the old dragon. The old dragon makes the fire come down. And I even showed you when I went to Oakland, where the old dragon is, there's a huge mural when you first get off the freeway of the old dragon skull, death skull, out of chrome, with the crown breathing fire down onto the earth. And it's, just telling you, the mural has to tell you the truth. And that's Oakland. It's right there in his mouth. And the fire's coming right out of his skull's mouth. I mean, This is the old dragon. So, but we control the floods, the earthquakes. We control that. It's not, the government. It's just us. We do this. And the software program manipulates our power to make us, cause end times and cause these things. We do this, all of this stuff, and but the B system has a software program that manipulates us, and it makes us shoot our guns at each other instead of shooting our guns at it. See what I mean? So they've sent this woman who should be shooting, who's very, very powerful person. Both of them were very powerful. One's Adam, one's Eve. And they should be shooting at Satan. They should be fighting Satan. But they sent them to fight their son, because their son's making videos about Satan. And so they're like, the Beast Systems program software sent them, we can't shoot. They can't shoot at me. The beast can't shoot at me. I'm protected. So it has to get one of its natural-born parents to shoot at me, because it can't shoot me. So they can still shoot me. They have authority. They're my parents. They have authority over me. So they're using them to blindfolded them, manipulated them, and then using them to get angry at me and shoot me. So this one came and she's all, it's Sabrina Wallace, it's Dr. Day, and I'm, no, it's not. And she goes into a subconscious rage, and her powers discipline me. See what I mean? So I get shot, And this is exactly what's happened with this Eve, it's urine therapy. You have to drink your pee, and this is what will save you. This is, my dog was kicked with Red Wing work boots down 2 flights of stairs. There's a little fragile 10-year-old French bulldog kicked down 2 flights of stairs, and she'd already had spinal surgery twice. And so I mean, Frenchies, she has a hemivertebrae. Frenchies have half of them end up having spinal surgery in their life or going paralyzed. Very common, okay? But this person's telling me, she just needs to drink pee, urine, and it'll heal her. No. A 10-year-old French bulldog, 2 spinal surgeries already, and a hemivertebrae, and kicked down 2 flights of stairs, and she just needs to drink piss. Bullshit. Pee is not going to cure her. She has a ruptured disc in her back. And so this is a sad thing for this poor woman. She believes this. She believes the beast has manipulated her mind, and she's mind controlled, and she believes that everybody's problem can be, her father is like very old. He's dying from the vax, and she says, oh, well, if you drank your pee, you would be okay. No, the pee is not gonna. She believes that even the jabbed people can reverse all their damage from the jabs by drinking pee. It's like, no. She thinks pee can solve everything, and it's a psyop. It's an ancient psyop, and in fact, I believe it is this original sin that Eve was lured into, and then she tries to lure the rest of her, lure Adam and her children into the same sin. And it is, eating from the tree of knowledge. You're only supposed to eat from the tree of life. And she's eating from the tree of knowledge. And so, she's sinning. And like I showed you, the tree of life was Adam's, the North Pole, right? Rupus nigris, right? And so, she's messed up, and she's drinking from her own waters, tree of knowledge. Like I told you, Adam, is the heart, and she's the diamonds, she's the knowledge, That's why you see Mag Truth is so fucking smart. You know, Eve is very, very smart. She's the smartest card in the deck. But she's also messed up in a lot of ways, so she destabilizes herself because of all her other, she can't tolerate being uncomfortable materially. Food, sex, whatever, any kind of, uncomfortableness gets to her more than a regular person. And so she ends up doing things, that she shouldn't be doing, stealing, lying, and then she gets in trouble. So she's smart, but she's also, messes up. But anyway, enough about her personality traits. Bottom line, this is what's happened here. And it's happening all around to all of us on a microcosmic level all over. And it's happening on the earth. It's happening on earth. That's why the earth's starting to shake. Adam and Eve are getting upset. We are connected to the natural born humans are connected, that we haven't taken the juice, are connected to Adam and Eve. So, we are part of them and our energies, So it's not ley lines and, this is like bullshit. It's like what I'm saying, And so I have to make videos about this, but yeah, this world just isn't what any of the truthers think. All you guys are wrong. You guys are just like the sheeple. The sheeple are, you can see, the truthers can see that the sheeple are lost, right? It's just absolutely obvious, Oh, Anthony Fauci, wear a mask. It's like they're just dumb, Biden, Trump, like we all know the sheeple are dumb. And what I'm trying to tell you is the truthers are just as dumb. They're just on the other side of the black-white checkerboard square of the Masonic board. They're still in the matrix. If you believe in the truther narrative, you're in the matrix. You're still part of the checkerboard. You're still part of the matrix. You're still part of the black-white, good cop, bad cop, right, left paradigm. Truther mainstream paradigm. Oh, I'm not a mainstream sheeple. I'm a truther. Well, you guys are both, in the same matrix. You're in the same. This is how the software works. It's good cop, bad cop software. That's how it works. So you saw the bad cop software, the mainstream media, and you're no, I don't believe that. So then it fed you the alternative media, and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna take it and run. I'm gonna drink my pee, and I'm gonna drink borax, and I'm gonna fight, because I believe I'm fighting against the, all there is in this world is the truther narrative and the mainstream narrative, and I'm telling you." If you really want to get out of the matrix, you have to leave the truther narrative and the mainstream narrative. You have to exit both of them if you want to exit the matrix. And this woman just can't get that. And she will never give up on her P. And the other one will never give up on Sabrina Wallace and the IoT. And she's a targeted individual. And I'm just telling you, it's so much bigger. Yes, all those things are closer to the truth, but they're not real, And the pee drinking's ancient, and that's why the pyramids were built on Eve's urethra, because they were celebrating the psyop. Even ancient Egypt, it's demonic shit. We all know ancient Egypt is all devil crap, and the pyramids are demonic. Demonic harmonic, and sonic, and that's what the pyramids are. It's drinking Eve's waters, drinking from the tree of knowledge, the original sin. So, but you can't tell this to this woman. She's completely, all the devices and all the programming. She has back programming, security firewalls, all this stuff in her head. She'll never let go. She can't. You have to short circuit her software, and it's an ancient software program. It's good. to short circuit it. It's not going to be easy. So she's probably not going to make it. She's gonna hold on to that drinking pee software to the end. So this is an avatar of Eve that's going to get duped. And the other one's an avatar of Adam who's going to get duped. And she's going to go to the grave believing, truth is juxtaposition and Sabrina Wallace. And it's like, no, those are Canaanites that lied to you. They're part of the software program, and you've got devices in you, and it's all augmented in your Google search engine research, truther research, and your decodes are all reinforcing your bullshit lie. You can't see it. You can't. You're in the matrix. Sorry to be mean, but but getting them out of it it's hard work. It's hard work, but God said, the devil tried to send him to sigh at me, and God said, yeah, you let him, send him, because that'll help me learn what's really going on. And through helping them, I saw all of this stuff. So, I've already seen it, but I saw the intricacies of how it could work on an individual basis, and how powerful it is. How much this woman just won't drop Sabrina no matter what. IoT to the end for. She sleeps with bags of water around her bed. She was convinced that her smoke alarms in her building were connecting her to the IoT, and they were the mark of the beast. And I'm like, she almost lost her apartment. She'd be homeless. I told her, I was like, you need to stop. She was suing her landlord. And her friend, who's the old dragon, Satan, is a lawyer, and she was gonna sue her landlord. So basically what it is this version of Adam was about to lose her apartment, and she would be homeless in San Francisco. And if I hadn't intervened, but and the old dragon was gonna do it, So, and I told her, I'm like, no, your friend is the old dragon. You're going to lose your apartment. You should leave your landlord alone. Your smoke alarms are not, good, but that's not your problem. Your problem is spiritual. It's not your fucking smoke alarms or your phone line. It's your connection to God that's your problem. You're lacking, So anyway, this is the message. You guys need to get spiritual, not truth or knowledge. You don't research and do your deep dives and decodes. That's not gonna save you from the beast system. That's gonna get you the mark. The more truther time you spend on the screen, the closer you are to getting marked by the beast for eternity and thrown in the lake of fire. You need to stay away from all that decode and truther and Richie from Boston and it's a martial law. You're not going to get out of this. You're not going to make it. You need to get spiritual. You need to connect with God. You need to have visions. You need to start helping other people. You need to start helping other truthers. Instead, it's seeing that they're deluded. This is what you need to do if you want to make it out of this matrix. If you want to exit the truther narrative and the mainstream narrative, you are exiting the black and white checkerboard. You are exiting the good cop, bad cop software program. You're getting out of the matrix. We're choosing a red pill, black pill. No. Or red pill, blue pill, or whatever. This is the green pill, bitch. Actually, there's no pills involved. You've got to get out. And there's no drug you can take. There's no material way out. It's only through spiritual action that you can exit the matrix. And when you're ready, God will let you out. So this is SFT, over and out. Over, and I'm out. Out of the matrix. See? So the kite chopper's back. But it's real foggy, so you can't see him up in the clouds. But I hear him. I can hear them like before most people. Just like Radar in that TV show from the 70s, MASH. I hear them like 2-3 minutes before everyone else hears them. And here they come. There's like in the plane and somebody running a saw in the background, but I heard them. They're up there in those up in the fog. Okay, now. Okay, so in summary, this is just a quick impromptu video so I could talk to these two people I was telling you about, honestly. But it's for everybody because I'm going to be making more videos about this topic because it's super important. Hey, be good, mama. And what it is, you know, the beast, Satan hates the family. Satan loves to destroy the family. That's what this agenda is about. And it's been going on for ages. It just wants Adam and Eve's children so it can eat their souls. That's its food. It's harvesting them. It's growing them. But it doesn't want them to have a unified family where it could potentially fight them. See what I mean? So this is what we're really up against. And so when this truth comes out and the jig is up for Satan and his beast system. Once we realize, hey, mama, stop it. Once we realize our powers and realize what's really going on, and that's when you know the beast is cooked because we could destroy it. We have powerful guns, weapons that are natural from God that outpower Satan's weapons, and he wants us, you know, all groveling and in fear, you know, Richie's fear porn, you know, that we can't do anything except for hide and collect guns and dried food. But really, if we knew what the hell was going on and we were united against Satan, we would defeat him in an instant. We'd cook him, blow him away. You know, we're way bigger than the beast. And our powers are real, you know, natural made. Satan's weapons are cheap knockoff of what God's made. So this is where we're really standing, and it's by exiting the truth narrative and all the, you know, programming to divide us that we can unite and defeat the beast. You know, so don't take this person. This is like good news. This is like the best news of any video you've heard yet. If you're Adam or Eve or one of their children, the 144, you know, you're Satan's food. And now you have a way to get off of Satan's plate. He's not going to be able to eat you. So this is good news. This is really good news. Best news yet, really. You know, so don't get upset. Don't get angry. Once you leave the truth narrative, you'll be so happy. Once you learn how to take your weapons off of your family and start shooting the beast system, you'll be empowered. You'll be so much happier than being groveled around and dragged around by the Canaanite Jew bagels, you know, with their little fake truth psyops on you. You'll be so much happier instead of drinking borax and fighting, you know, destroying your family. You can destroy the beast. Much better situation. So it's time to break out of the truth or narrative, to leave this behind, kick it to the curb. Sabrina Wallace and Dr. Day. No, that ain't it. It's not Amazing Polly or whatever truther you believe in. There's thousands of them. I don't know them all. I couldn't possibly name them all. There's, you know, the Bible says there will be thousands and thousands of fake truthers trying to deceive you. And it's when you leave them, you know, that's when you're going to be free. That's when you get off of the Masonic checkerboard, you know. Oh, it's Biden or it's Trump. Oh, it's, you know, whoever, Mondale or Nixon. It's like, no, it's not a black and white scenario, there's, you need to leave the beast system and its bullshit narrative. And that's what my channel's about, is debunking the truth narrative, not adding to it, to your deep dives and your decodes and your truth or research. No, I'm here to kick that apart, to expose it. So this is San Francisco Truth. One of the only, probably, other than maybe a couple people mentioning it offhandedly, I'm the only guy that's saying this. So I'm the only guy saying a lot of stuff. And let me just remind you, not one thing on my channel has come wrong so far in 3.5 years. And every bit of it follows scripture exactly, word for word. So you do the math on that, okay? SFT over and out.